All right, let's get right into this video. By the way, I can hold on. You see this? Hold on. There you go. There it is. You go. That's that blonde. So, anyways, or Latin Amber. So what was I wanted to get right into this. Now, there's something I want to address. I've heard this like a few times. I've heard it and whatnot, and it's not specifically pertaining to me, but I feel like I've kind of experienced this a little bit. Sometimes people talk about men, especially men. Really, they talk about men, and then sometimes, or they talk about anybody, really, any individual. It's usually on an individual basis, and they call it not accepting your loss. You lost, but you didn't accept it. And I'm talking way back in my past, like from the time I was like 18, 19 and on, people felt, a lot of people that had seen me as a child felt like I really flipped and changed, after kind of hitting an adult age. And they felt it. And I think not accepting loss, like they kind of threw at me. And I just want to talk about that. So, it's one thing to lose. And then it's one thing to lose under, I would call it precarious circumstances, right? So, let's say I'm competing with somebody and his team, is using, let's say, some kind of unfair advantage that they're not supposed to use, right? They're using some kind of unfair advantage that they're not really supposed to use. Now, and they get the win, right? Obviously. But for me to say that, oh, I genuinely lost that is wrong. Right now, I understand as of today, it's a different world. And I understand that. And should I have ever been in that situation, I would have probably said, okay, yeah, whatever the case is. But the thing is, like, at that time with the limited mentality I had, I felt like, okay, we're agreeing to a certain type of game and a certain type of competition, a certain type of rules. You're breaking the rules or doing something you're not supposed to do in order to win. And you got to understand that when you're doing that, I'm the one that I don't actually lose. Like, I genuinely don't feel like I lose. If it's like we're playing a card game and your buddy standing behind me signaling to you all the cards that I have the entire game, right? When that card game's done, you're the winner. Everybody says you're the winner. But how do I feel about that? I mean, even me, I'm gonna be like, damn, I lost. He's a winner, blah blah blah. But I'm kind of thinking like, okay, did he really actually beat me though? Like, did he actually beat me or what? You know what I mean? But that's just something that you leave hanging. Now, I wasn't the type of guy who was like, oh, I didn't lose. There's this and that. Maybe I would have done that a few times. But the point is that that's a different situation. Have I ever been in a situation like an actual amateur competition or something? Yeah, when I was younger, I think I was 19 at the time, and somebody actually said to me, they looked at me and it said, you didn't lose that. That was just bullshit. You did not, like, you didn't lose, dude. You do understand that you won. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I guess I won or lost. I don't really care because, I don't know. I didn't really even feel like it was that high level, right? Or as high as I could go. And then, later on, I meet that same person again, maybe a week after, and they go, I don't know why they didn't give it to you, but, maybe it was your attitude, or maybe it was, just something out of your hands, or whatever the case was. But, it's fine and whatnot, right? Just to kind of put it like, oh, have you literally been in a competition? Yeah. But it's like, when it's just nonsense and you and it happens all the time. And when things like that happen, people might feel like I didn't genuinely lose, and some people might feel like they won. I'll tell you today, I'm way too mature for that. I'm not gonna go, oh, I didn't lose that. No, but this, no, but that. I don't really care. You know what I mean? You live, you die, you win, you don't win, whatever the case is. It's not that big of a deal, really. Oh, I lost here, I don't like it, I lost it. It doesn't really matter. If you lost, you lost, big deal. If you won, you won. It's a great thing, right? That was the first thing I wanted to address. The second thing that I wanted to address was kind of, I've always felt like, I'm a big self-blamer. I always blame myself. You know, except for obviously when you have to blame other people, and there are special circumstances. But most of the time, you know, I always put blame on myself. At the end of everything, I would always put blame on myself. Right? Why didn't I do enough? Why did I end up in that situation? What could I have done to not end up in that situation? What really happened? You know, that kind of thing. I was a big self blamer. So I would blame myself. Now, a lot of and I don't blame myself anymore, knowing knowing in depth like what was going on before, the after, the current time, and understanding what I was dealing with in my life, which was very, you know, and I'm not gonna get into that, but very uncanny and very odd circumstances, you know what I mean, that my life went into. It's terribly odd, you know, super strange. And knowing what I was going up against, I don't really count myself out of anything and say, oh man, I should have done this, should have done that. Because I'm like, dude, I was doing something genuinely. I was a genuine guy and I was in a genuine situation, playing it genuinely. And the way the game was, the way the cards were, the way the world was, you know, I did pretty good. I always give myself credit for that. Now I go, you know, I did really good, man. I mean, I'm 31 today. And to have reached this point at 31 is incredible. You know, some people, they don't reach a clear point in their lives ever. You know, they die at 100 years old not knowing who they were, what their purpose was. So I feel really good at this point about that. However, this kind of ties into the whole dead time, lifetime thing. I feel like people felt like I fucked up, that they fucked me up, that, you know, and all this stuff, and that was like, you know, that during dead time that I was losing very bad and stuff, and that they put me in my place, that they took care of me as a problem, you know, and people think things like that. And I always, you know, and what will I reply to that? I would say, dude, I mean, you know, some people don't believe in higher stuff. You know what I mean? Some people talk about, oh, I'm a devout this, I'm a devout that, and they don't give a shit or don't even believe in higher stuff. Okay, they'll believe in outrageous things. They'll believe in black magic. Oh, black magic is real. You can do this spell and that spell and things like that. You know, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Oh, there's so much in black magic. And no matter how far-fetched what they believe, or no matter how far-fetched their beliefs are, they still don't think of like, you know, higher powers or higher circumstances or anything. They don't believe in any of that. You know what I mean? And they don't understand that how complex our world can be. You know what I mean? They don't really understand those things. They don't count them because they don't really have belief in them. They have belief in crazy stuff, but they don't really believe in like, okay, could this be a factor? Could this not be a factor? You know, I feel like the way my life was, it was just coming at some point or another that I was gonna be in dead time. You know what I mean? And I did feel like I was locked up in you know, like I said, in the worst of, you know, lockdowns, lockup places in Rikers Island. I really did feel like that. So I think, you know, and you know, I'll tell you one thing. For the time that I was in my lockup, you know, it was a lot of buttering up, you know. Oh, the entire time in the dead time. Oh, you're so nice. Oh, you're so calm. Oh, you make us laugh. Oh, and I'm talking about the entire 7.5 years. It was like, oh, but, you know, you're entertaining. We like your ideas. We like your convo. It's beneficial to us. Oh, we're swinging in, and that from the beginning of Dead Time. I'm not even joking with you. They were swinging it, and I stated it like they were swinging in dudes. Apparently ahead of me, you know. Oh, everyone's gonna go ahead of him. He's gonna go ahead. He's gonna go ahead, and he's gonna go ahead. And a lot of these inmates are so stupid, or guys who are in jail. They're so stupid, really. You know, they think they're smart and clever. They're so stupid because they're sitting there thinking, oh, this guy's so dumb, I got in front of him and all that stuff. And they think, oh, this guy doesn't even react. It's like he thinks he's fucking locked up in Rikers. He's so stupid. And they're so stupid because they don't understand about the self-ego and the persona. They have no idea. So all these people are thinking, oh, we're putting people ahead of them and all this stuff. And, you know, the entire time, it's like I don't even know myself. And they're just enjoying that I don't know myself. They're enjoying that I'm out of it. They're enjoying that I'm like locked up in Rikers, right? And then I talk about this time about 7 months ago, just over 7 months ago, where I finally had a presence in life, something that everybody has, but I never had. Everybody's be able to change and grow, and I haven't changed and grown my entire life. And that moment, I feel it, and I know it's come. And I'm growing, I'm changing, I'm learning, I'm having a presence and everything. And I kid you not, within 2 weeks, within 2 to 3 weeks, or literally within 2 weeks, it was like it all went out the door. When they found out that I was actually behaving like who I was, like I was actually being myself, like I was growing, changing, having a presence, that was really when the true hate began. Because before then, the hate was just a joke, they didn't take me seriously, and I had no presence or no effect on anybody, so they were like, really, who gives a shit, you know what I mean? It wasn't really taken seriously. And now that they see me being who I am, that's when all this disgusting behavior begins. This vile hate for me, where somebody literally wants to print out a picture of me so they can spit on it. And be like, oh, I spit on his picture kind of thing. And I'm like, I'm just thinking about that. I'm like, wow, man, like, I never knew that I could be so hated. I mean, the hate was insane from all the people who were claiming that they loved me, or claiming that they were about me, or that they were for me, or whatnot. There was just a crazy amount of hate, wanting to point fingers and laugh at me, wanting to, you know what I mean, fucking with me in ways that they didn't fuck with anybody. You know what I mean? Like really showing their hate. And that's when I felt like I was in the world. You know what I mean? Like I felt myself, and I was like, and I look back on it, it's almost like, and I always say this, almost like being born, It's like I was born, and right away, I'm not even strong enough to do anything because I'm just a baby. I'm born into this world as a baby, but, evil and certain things do exist in me. There's evil in me, natural evil, there's natural instincts and natural elements of the type of being that I am, right? My individual self. And I'm being born as a baby, and everybody's seeing what I really am. And right away, it's like, this baby is emanating these vibes where it's like, kill him. Literally, I mean, I'm telling you, I've had food poisoning that was horrible. I mean, I've had food poisoning where really I thought, like, I didn't think I was gonna die, but I was like, dude, I'm lucky that that I didn't die. You know what I mean? Or that I didn't get, you know what I mean? I've had that happen to me, and I'm not joking about that. I've had that happen to me. So, and this happened to me so many times. And it's like, I think about that, and really it's like, you're a baby, and right away you're emanating vibes on them that people just can't stand. They naturally just have hate, kill the baby. And once they're done, and once they were like, okay, man, we're not really able to kill the baby, they went on, fuck with him, hassle him, fuck with him. You know what I mean? And, that's when I realized really what the world was about. Who's really about you? All these people pretending this and that. They don't give a fuck about you. They'll disrespect you to your face, say all sorts of things to you. You know what I mean? All sorts of insults and want to demean you. Want to fucking fuck with you and everything. Knowing that, before they could kind of humiliate you and without you knowing, but that wasn't really going on. You know what I mean? And now they realize what they're really up against. And then they're like, and all this hate is going on, and now I'm like, okay, well, I'm like a big boy now, in 7 months, I would say that, I've grown and changed immensely, and I'm a big boy now. But not only that, but I'm out of Rikers Island. I'm free again, like as far as my ego and persona is, I'm free again. So, it's crazy, man. And it's, I mean, it is what it is, like I had that shit going on before I went up, before I had that old dead time thing. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is during, that was it, during that time. I was in that time genuinely, and my life was, gonna be like that. But that's really what it is, man. You'll find out which people are for you or not for you. You know, when you go through that time, you'll find out a lot about yourself, and you know, and there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to sum it up. I'm running out of time, but I don't really have anything. You know, the rest, you know, it's pretty straightforward. And the people who don't like this shit will come up with whatever bullshit they want to, showing how pathetic they really are and showing how high I am. I realize how high I am today when I see how pathetic others are. You know, I wouldn't say I'm better than somebody until they absolutely show how pathetic they are. Anyways, I'm done with this and I'm going to post it up. Watch it.